We continue this fascinating story from the point we left in Krishna Avatar 1. As each son was born to Vasudeva and Devaki, the child was carried to Kansa. The latter destroyed six such infants by throwing them against a rock. The seventh son was conceived by Devaki. He was an incarnation of Shesh Bhagavan, a part of Vishnu. The time had arrived for Vishnu to put his scheme into motion, said Shukadev to Parikshit. He summoned Yogamaya, his celestial power, and addressed her, Kalyani, you depart for Brajbhumi, that is teeming with cows and cowherds. One of Vasudeva's wives, Rohini, out of fear of Kansa, presently resides as a guest of Nanda, the chief of the community in Gokul, next door to Mathura. She is pregnant. You will shift the fetus in Devaki's womb into Rohini's. I shall now be born, complete with my powers and knowledge, as a son to Devaki. You will be born to Yashoda, wife of Nanda, as a daughter, and would be known by several names. Rohini's son will be known as Balbhadra. He will be a great warrior. As my elder brother, he will be known as Balaram as well. Through Yogamaya's celestial powers, Devaki fetus was shifted to Rohini's womb. An announcement was made that Devaki had had a miscarriage. Soon thereafter, Vishnu permeated Vasudeva with his divinity. The latter turned glorious like the sun. His presence dazzled the onlookers. Devaki conceived once again. This time, it was Bhagavan who was in her womb. Parikshit said Shukadev, continuing the narrative, while the universe is an insignificant part of Bhagavan, Devaki's womb contained him for 9 months in a tiny space. Nothing could be purer or holier than this. Only a woman whose mind is unpolluted, such as Devaki's was, could have conceived Shri Hari. Her face radiated an inner happiness. The room in which she was imprisoned with her husband was luminous with Vishnu's radiance. Even Kansa noted this unmatched glow on his sister's face when he came to visit her. It gladdened his heart that the time for taking care of the 8th child had arrived, and that thereafter he would not have to worry about Vishnu and the Devatas. Parikshit said Shukadev, it was an interesting situation. Kansa could have killed Devaki instantaneously, yet he did not do so. Unknown to himself, his mind was centered in Shri Hari, although he waited for his birth in order to kill the child. He was thinking of Bhagavan while eating, sitting, standing and walking. Even the slightest of noise startled him, for he feared the arrival of Bhagavan. He saw Vishnu in every particle of the universe. What a revelation! Even Munis failed to achieve such concentration. Brahma and Shankara, accompanied by Devarshi Narada, visited Vasudeva and Devaki in the prison. They bowed in front of Devaki, who was going to give birth to Bhagavan. They said, Prabhu, you are the absolute truth. Only the path of truth leads to you. You were there before the illusion of creation, after Pralaya, and at the time of recreation, because you alone are real. The 5 visible truths in the form of earth, water, light, air, and the firmament exist because you wish them to be. You are the source of sweet and melodious words and language. The world begins and ends in you. You are the soul that is the source of consciousness and knowledge. You take birth to alleviate the distress of mankind. You have appeared in many forms, Prabhu. Every time you have delighted the sadhus and destroyed the evildoers. O lotus-eyed Bhagwan Vishnu, very few persons are able to concentrate in you. Your devotees are noble persons who perform noble deeds and think well of every other person. They seek your mercy. They seek you for salvation. You oblige them without fail. Prabhu, you are destiny. You are the creator. Without you there will be the darkness of ignorance all around. You inspire virtue, that is another form of truth. That is how you relieve distress by yourself, and by inspiring others to be good to all mankind. You do not discriminate, Bhagwan. You are Sarveshwara, Bhagwan. Your avatar to be shall relieve this earth of sins committed by the ignorant. We are fortunate, so is mankind, that will look at your holy lotus feet touching this earth. Mother Devaki, do not be afraid of your cousin. He will not last long. Your son will protect the Yadu dynasty. Mother, you are lucky indeed that Bhagwan is coming to you as your little son for the welfare of mankind. Concluding and bowing before the pregnant mother, they said, Yadunath, we bow to you 1,000 times. The entire world offers obeisance. Your name, Krishna, will be chanted 1,000,000,000 times for guidance of the soul and for salvation. Just chanting the word Krishna will purify thoughts, clear the conscience, and bring pure bliss. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna.